Why would they live long for you?
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm trying to get headed up here. My bog monster guy keeps attacking everything that's anywhere close to being close to where we're at. It's like,
Yeah.
oh look, we ran by a bear. Oh look, the bear died.
That's a great way of doing it.
It's like, no, I didn't want to clear a swath of the zone as I ran through, but apparently Boggy just wanted to kill everything on the way.
He has issues.
Yeah. It might help if I didn't have him set to aggressive, but oh, come on.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, it's like I could have turned it on to something besides the aggressive mode, but come on.
It's just the
Might as
most
well.
amount of fun.
Oh, those guys run funny.
Her. Who did you find that runs funny?
The Tarkrip Bone Smashers?
Ah.
Have you ever watched them run?
They kind of lower their chests before they start running.
No, they kind of run with one foot sideways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just gets weird. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to find 4 more Bone Smashers, apparently. There's one.
Ooh.
But they kind of do like a sideways, like almost like hop, skip, gallop type of thing.
Yeah. I get what you mean. And yeah, it's still strange.
The target is already dead. You can't kill something once it's already dead. But come on, I wanted to kill it twice. Oh, I get to kill the boss guy twice. Yay.
Woo!
He respawned fast.
Oh boy.
This is the moment for which the Dunedain has prepared.
I'll hit you with my stick. Come here. Come here. We're just gonna kill you.
Just a little.
You may not even notice that you're dead for like 2 or 3 seconds after we've already killed you. We kill him fast.
Yeah.
And there's my final Bone Smasher. Oh sure, and then I'll just stun him halfway here, right?
Ha! That's the best kind.
And then I'll just suck his life out of him. Oh.
What are you doing, Danny?
I have loot that I cannot loot because I am full.
That's why you have a pending box.
Yeah.
It'll just hang there and fill up for an hour. Oh, you went and got yourself your box. That's what you're doing.
Oh, is he a box cat again?
Yes, he's a box cat. And he's standing over here trying to shove his way under the... No, he has shoved his way under the desk. With this box.
Under my other desk? Is
No.
he running around underneath my other desk out there with the box on his head?
No, he's over here right next to where I'm streaming at. So, under my laptop desk.
Oh.
Come here. Come here.
And I just ran by an orc that my bog guy is going to stop and kill.
And you're purring about this.
He likes being in his box.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's a couple of bears that he's going to kill on the way. Oh, maybe not. It's been so long since I even got this quest, I don't even know where I'm going to turn it in. I'm just following the arrow.
You're acting like you don't know what's going on because you got your box taken off.
Oh.
Cat.
Danny's being upset because you removed his... You deboxed your cat.
Yes, I deboxed my cat and now he's just kind of going, what the heck? I don't know what's happening.
Where did my box go? Where did my box go?
Uh-huh.
That's the other thing I like about this headset is I can talk quietly and the mic still picks me up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a thing.
How clear's the sound on that side when I'm being this quiet?
Actually surprisingly clear.
Nice.
It doesn't sound like you're whispering or anything.
Well, I'm not really whispering, but I'm just being very quiet.
Yeah, but it's like, it doesn't sound like you're being quiet on our side. On my side. Whatever.
Good. Maybe when I decide that I'm going to be set up at home all of the time, I will give Ginger my extra headset that is currently hanging on my desk out at your house. And she won't have to worry about getting feedback or whether or not her people can hear her, because these are great headsets.
They really are. And it's like, if I wanted a headset with the mic attached, that's probably what I'd look into getting myself. But I like my Yetis.
Yeah, you like your Yetis, but you've heard the sound quality, you've heard the noise cancellation, which is sometimes a really handy thing because I use them for work, and for less than $150, that is not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like, that's pretty much a steal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No.
Especially with a day with 29 hours worth of battery of usage life between charges.
Yeah. Like, that in itself is some pretty great stuff.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I can charge it every night when I get done, but if I forget a night or just decide to go a couple of days, it's not going to die on me after 10 minutes because, oh no, you didn't charge me to full battery last night.
I'm gonna bitch flit about it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no.
Oh, now I remember where I picked up that quest. This guy in the old Greenway Fort, the little circle with the columns around it.
Yeah.
Yay, I finished it.
Ooh.
Now to figure out what's next on my list. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, shall I go and do... Those might be... I'm not sure... Because these might be... festival quests. Because, like, Lobelia's Fireworks, Fallen Apples, I think those are festival quests in the Shire.
Normally if they're festival quests, they'd be labeled festival.
And not just Shire.
Yeah. A lot of the normal Shire quests does seem like seem like they're just normal festival stuff, but they're not. The Shire's weird, really. But if nothing else, there's no shame in going and looking and trying to get them done at least.
But now it's back to the Shire. Back to the Shire, back to the Shire, back to the Shire.
Back to the Shire, get that done all the way.
Yeah. It's a long run, so I'm taking. So I pulled out my horse.
No shame.
I'm gonna have to come back later and actually watch my stream and see
how much you like it.
Yeah, see how well it plays. Maybe think about changing from the XSplit to the Twitch one and see if that runs any better.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the Twitch one myself, so be warned of that. I might not be able to help with the Twitch studio.
Yeah, well, it never hurts to just get around there and play with it. I'm gonna be quiet for just a minute here.
Okay. What? Danny?
Now if I can remember where the Shire is from where I'm at, right?
Where are you?
Almost to Bree.
Okay, so you want to go to Bree, and then once you're at West Bree, you pretty much turn away from the gate and just follow that road.
Further south.
What the heck even am I?
Yeah, it tells you how long I've been in here since if I can't even remember how to get to the Shire. Or that's a kind of freaky looking thing. Are you still watching my stream?
Yeah, I still have it up.
Look at... It's just freaky with my light up headset with no other lights on besides the computer monitors.
That's pretty great, in my opinion.
Hey, I can't complain about the camera setup.
Yeah. It's like,
especially for the built-in camera.
Yeah, it's like for the built-in camera, that's actually pretty decent. Got some pretty decent coverage out of it.
Yeah, and it's like the only light that I have is the monitors.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're playing and your only light is your monitor, you can't see you at all.
Yeah. It's like, that is a bad on my side. My monitors don't produce enough light for it.
I have the brightness on my monitors turned all the way down.
Yeah. But it's like that major difference in just how much light the monitors produce in general.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I'm freaking lost.
Nothing actually, because you can't tell me where I want to go. Apparently I've never been to the Stable Master in the Shire.
Southbury will give you a Michael Delving one, no matter what.
Yeah, but apparently I've never went and talked to the stable master in the Shire, so I can get rides from other places.
Yeah. That's tough.
Eh, we'll figure it out eventually.
Okay. Why the
Jumpity
fuck
jump.
is Rainmaker not doing their things?
I'm not even sure what you're doing or what you're talking about.
I looked over and noticed that Pro and Red hosted me. I did not get my alert for being hosted at all. And apparently that's because Rainmaker decided that they were just going to lose the permissions. That might be why they didn't get the host messages.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Backlight.
Okay, so got that fixed. Maybe, hopefully. Who the fuck knows? It's like I'm still not entirely sure why Stream Elements isn't playing the host messages either.
I don't know. It's like this is the very first time that I've ever tried streaming, and it's not like I really have time to watch a lot of other streamers. So,
Yeah. It's not a big thing on your priority list.
no. Working and making sure that the kids are doing what they need to do is usually pretty high on my priority list instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
And I want to kind of... Yes, Argra, sometimes family playing is not always the best idea, but sometimes you can talk them into it. It's like I play because for a long time it was the only way that I could talk to my mother, because she plays.
Yep.
And then I just kind of kept playing.
Yeah. It's like I'm sure you've seen Ginger around, right? At this point, I'm kind of impressed when people don't see Ginger hopping around.
Yeah, well, she watches a lot of some of the other big streamers, and it's like she watches Big Ed and some of the other streamers on Lotro. So she'll pop in and... Yeah, Ginger's my mom.
Yep. Technically my grandma, so... It's like, hi, I'm Soma, in case you didn't know the voice. There have been in a couple times where I've popped in on the streams, too.
Yeah, Ginger will probably be doing a bit more streaming because we just got fiber internet services installed this afternoon from the tiny 10 megabit download and less than 1 megabit upload that made streaming and gaming a bit difficult. So she's had a very long day, so she called it a night already. So I figured I'm doing pretty good. I will get in game and play around and see how it works and try out streaming.
Yeah. And since I'm normally the resident streamer, I'm generally the go-to for any kind of needed assistance for getting it set up.
I think I took a wrong turn somewhere.
Possible.
My arrow's still kind of in front of me.
Yeah. You're still in the Shire, so that's a step there.
Yeah. It's like it's. I haven't ended up in, like, Evendom.
Yeah, that would be you're on a major wrong path if you wind up in Evendom.
Yeah, I took a really wrong turn somewhere. If I'm in Evendom and I'm supposed to be in the Shire. Because I know you kind of go through Oatbarton to get from the Shire into Evendom.
Mm-hmm. So it's like,
I,
it wouldn't be the worst wrong turn in the world.
yeah, it'd just be I've gone too far somewhere and missed my turn off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah.
Fireworks for Rebellious Stackful Baggins, is it? Almost out of fireworks and ingredients. Bacon, the street says I made up a whole batch recently, but it was stolen and the bounders haven't been much help getting it back. Begging your pardon. If Lobelia really wants fireworks for a party, there will be a lot of purchases to make. There's charcoal, saltpeter, brimstone, and iron filings, among other things. And make sure that she's willing to pay for all of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Ice cream is always tasty.
Indeed.
I've got like 4 different kinds of ice cream to choose from, but I haven't really been wanting ice cream lately, so...
No, I've briefly thought about getting ice cream just to make some smoothies, but...
Yeah, well, it's like I've still got a Klondike bar, and we've got like 2 different kinds of ice cream sandwiches. And I think somewhere we might even have an actual like tub of ice cream.
Yeah, you guys normally have a wide variety.
Well, we've got kids, though.
Yeah, the tiny ones need ice cream options for...
You have given Rodanier the message?
They don't need options, they just like options, because Little Man likes his ice cream sandwiches with the M&M cookies instead of the regular sandwich stuff on the outside. And Rowan sometimes likes the cones, and sometimes she likes having like the Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches, and sometimes she likes just the plain ice cream sandwiches.
Rowan's the one that just kind of bounces between her options.
She seems to be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to food choices.
Yeah.
My little man is just kind of like, I don't know, I haven't had that before. I don't even want to try it.
Megovanen.
Yeah.
It's like getting him to try new things is very difficult.
Yeah, that's not... It's a... Try a bite. And we have to talk him into trying the bite.
And 90% of the time, unless it's something that's really, really tasty, he'll still go, nope, I don't like it. Because he made up his mind before he ever even tried it. He's just, nope, I don't want any. Nope, it's no good. I don't like it.
Yep.
It makes me sad some days.
It's sad. And yet at the same time, it can't be that way forever.
He knows what he likes, and he likes what he knows.
Doesn't make it any better, though.
No, doesn't necessarily make it any better, but...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's something that can be worked on the entire time. Along the way, pretty much.
Yeah. I just came for... apparently the person that I was just talking to moved to the other side of the... Okay.
They're throwing you for a loop.
They sent me after the other quest instead. So I'm
Oh.
like, why wasn't she just over there? Why am I going clear over here this other direction? So, yeah, because I was following the arrow to my other quest over here about picking up the apples.
Ah.
And then, of course, I'll fall off a bridge.
Good job, Dampé. Good job.
Yeah, I think I already talked to that stable guy. Up the hill, up the hill.
Megovanen.
Try not to run over the hobbits.
Oh,
But they're so short, they're so easy to run over.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to run them over?
Because it's not nice when the tall people run over the short people. Ginger tells me that all the time. Just because you're tall doesn't mean you just randomly run over the short people. It's not nice.
Fine, if that's what Ginger says.
Yeah.
Gravel.
You know, and she is one of those short people, so...
Yeah, that is true. She is one of those short people. She doesn't want to be run over.
Do I want to take the next quest or just clear out the little tiny one that I had and move on?
I'd say clear them out. If you want to
And
go
then
back to... If you want to go back and deed...
Yeah, if I want to come back and do deeds later, I can. But for right now, we're just working on clearing out all of the...
Yeah, just...
little teeny tiny things that I've picked up along the way and...
Never went back through and finished out.
Yeah, never went and finished earlier.
Yeah. Like, that's kind of why I'm going... I went ahead and just deeded out every zone that as I came across them.
Yeah, and I usually don't have time to do that, but it's like, okay, I don't really have any other plans, but I wanted to... Oh, I need to find a merchant and clean out my inventory.
That too.
Knowing my luck, Ginger had something random stuffed in my inventory, so I don't want to just randomly sell off everything.
Just sell off.
She gets upset if she stuck something in there and wanted to use it for something else later, and it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I sold that. Well, I didn't know that you wanted it, so I sold it, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's like, that was my problem with pretty much everything in my bank for a while. Because
Did I stick that in that? Did Ginger stick that in there? Is it...
Yeah. That was the issue for the longest time.
Yeah. Well, I figure she's been on my characters more than I have for the last, 4 years.
Yeah. It's like, just long enough to make sure that things are staying updated. And, of course, doing crafting on your characters. Right, I still need to remember to do that, too. At least look into it. Because my poor character needs some armor at some point.
I haven't even looked to see what my characters are wearing.
What can I do for you?
Yeah.
They're wearing something, but I don't know what.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I know that I'm somewhat close level-wise to what I'm wearing, but at the same time, a lot of my characters' equipment is like level 40, level 30, and anywhere from there up.
Yeah, well, it's like I think my hunter is wearing a bunch of Matham armor.
The Mantham stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which isn't bad, especially considering how she's like 40s.
Yeah, she's like 43, 44.
Yeah, early 40s, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Not the best, but
Yeah, no.
definitely not the worst. It's like, yeah. Level
I don't even
75.
have Yeah, this is the other thing that's probably going on is my computer wants to restart.
Ew.
So
How dare it? Yeah, that could be the option. The other issue, too, though.
I'll kick it back to 11:30.
But yeah. I still have some equipment that's level... for level 30 stuff.
So
So the time has come at last.
Okay.
I can't even remember what. I think she's my. I don't even remember what crafts she does.
T opens up the crafting.
Yeah, but I believe she's my scholar, cook, farmer.
Looks like you might be easy pickings.
I can't even wear those. I don't even know where they came from.
Yeah, I don't know. Go down the hill and around the thing.
I'm pleased to have these items back. Thank you.
Always so nice when they complain about you wanting to talk to them.
We will have need of Cyberdon's calming wisdom on the roadside.
Why are you bothering me?
It's like, you told me to
How can I do,
bother
sir?
you.
Yeah. Well, that at least clears up some space in my inventory.
It is.
But yeah, I think an hour for my first stream should be good.
Oh yeah.
And that cleared my quests from the Shire.
Cleared the gray stuff from the Shire. And figure what next time it's gonna be clearing out the gray stuff from
North Downs and Lone.
Scary skeleton.
I've got a whole bunch in the Lone Lands, including some that are green and light blue.
The green and light blue are probably out by Osgurath.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. Whenever you want to do it, do some plan, just let me know. And I'm more than happy to hop on and help.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to call that the end of my day for today, and I'm going to log out.
We will.
So that way my computer can do what it wants to do, and I can let the rest of the people in the house go to sleep.
Eh,
Yay! Woo!
but it's still a thing if you did a good thing. You had some fun. Played a game that you haven't played in for freaking forever. Right?
Yeah, and then eventually I'll try and figure out how to get it set up for doing the Switch and playing some different stuff on that as well.
That's gonna be getting a capture card.
Yeah, and that's gonna be next year,
Yeah.
depending on how my commissions go for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, because capture cards can range anywhere from like a cheap $20 one to
The expensive ones.
$400, yeah. And it also depends on, can you upgrade your computer at all?
It's an all-in-one.
Yeah. So it's like, I would imagine that you'd have to get a USB capture card rather than one of the high quality captures.
Yeah. Okay.
Aragorn has need of us, and that is all we need know.
But yeah.
Aha! I figured out how to turn off my stream.
Yep, that's just go back in the same way. Broadcast, click the thing, and it ends the stream. But you got that done all right? Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
See, that's what it
And
says.
then I can close the XSplit. And close my camera guy.
We don't have. We forgot to set the VODs up too. Oh boy.
I forgot to set the what up?
If you go in on the Twitch, you still have the dashboard open, right?
Yeah.
If you go into the video producer, did it save? Does it show you the video that you just did, or
you have no videos which match these filters.
okay, so go down one into your settings and click stream.
Automatically save broadcast for up to 14 days.
Yes, that is the one that you want to turn on. That saves your VODs, and that'll make it so that next time you stream, you can go in and actually look at your quality.
Ah, yeah, because it didn't save it this time.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it. I forgot that that was not something that normally isn't on automatically. So yeah. My apologies, I forgot about it.
That's okay.
But we've got it set up on now, so you can go back through and check it out.
Yeah.
In any case, it's 11 o'clock now. You're probably wanting to head off to bed sooner rather than later, right?
I just hit my second wind because this is the time that my system thinks that it should be awake. You can see why I get frustrated with my schedule.
Fuck. I am sorry.
I was tired about 5 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not tired now, but my computer's going to restart itself here in about half an hour, and I really should get everything shut down so I can clear off my half of the bed so I can actually go to bed. It's covered with pillows at the moment.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Well, they're all my pillows.
Well, that too, but still. In any case, I will chat with you tomorrow. Are you going to be coming here first, or am I supposed to be going to you?
It might work better for me to load up Rowan and come and pick up you than you to come here.
Okay.
Will you look at me, going on and on like this?
So.
Because if we wait for you to come here, then it's okay, now you've got to figure out where you're going to park so you're not in the way of Ginger trying to get out or anything else. Or
Yeah.
if we're taking Ginger's car, we don't want to be in our own way, if that makes sense. And we can't really just pull it out and have you park where she's parked, because then we won't be able to have her get the vehicle that she can drive pulled out.
Yeah. That's why I was asking. So I will.
Yeah, so expect me in a little bit over there at about somewhere between 11 and 11:30.
Yeah. If I'm not awake,
And then
just go ahead and come in and wake me up, because it's like, it's a simple thing of like 10 minutes for me to get up and get dressed if I don't pass out in my clothes. So
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it shouldn't take me all that long to get ready if I'm still asleep when you come in.
Yeah, so we should be able to run up and do that, and maybe that's gonna be right about a little bit lunchtime.
Yeah.
So we'll probably run through the drive-through and she can eat on the way, because can't really wait for her to eat and then go, because
she takes forever to actually eat.
yeah, so I figure if we just get her a Happy Meal and have her eat in the car or eat in the truck, depending on what we're driving, even if it takes her 45 minutes to eat, we still would have gotten where we're going.
Yeah.
And her sleepover buddy will have gone home by then, because her dad's gonna come and pick her up at probably before 9.
There'll be changes around
Yeah,
here. I don't
super
mind
early.
telling you.
Yeah. We're not really sure when he's gonna come pick her up, but
Yeah. Just that he's gonna be there early.
yeah.
That's fair.
But I should go so I can get stuff put away, and maybe turn my music back on. And Bill can deal with it.
Yep. That's all good. Anyway, I will chitter with you tomorrow. Until then, stay safe. Have fun.
Yay! Safe, fun, safe, fun. We can manage that.
Yeah, I would hope
It's
so.
not like I can get into too much trouble in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Let's leave it at
I
that.
can't get into too much trouble in the middle of the night staying at home.
Yep, that would be the cue.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm gonna go anywhere unless one of my other people calls me and says, "Yes, I will come and crash on your couch. Come get me now."
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, and then it's oh look, I'm going to drive over there, and then I'm going to drive back.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's like, I've been staying out of trouble for years now. And why have I been staying out of trouble for years now? Because there's not really a lot of trouble to get into.
Yep.
I wonder if I should put mine posted as a mature audiences on some days.
I don't mind telling you.
Generally what I do is I have mine listed as the mature audience so that I can cuss all I want without getting into trouble.
Yeah, and I usually don't do that much, but there are times that I have adult content. Because that's just randomly where the mind goes, so...
Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah. It's like mine just stays mature just because that's how it stays. It's better to just leave it on one option. And if it's not mature when you're streaming, it's not mature. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, how many times am I going to be streaming that I'm going to have you on my Discord?
Entirely possible. And yeah, I don't censor myself.
Yeah, and think about what I do for a living. I spend a lot of time making sure that my speech is appropriate and professional and not intended for mature audiences.
Yeah, so it's like, I get that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you go and let my computer restart so it quits telling me that, hey, I'm gonna restart. Hey, I'm gonna restart. Hey, I'm gonna restart.
I was right to worry then.
Bullshit that is.
Holros loves the Shire and its people.
So, in any case, you go have a good night.
It's like I had 2 viewers on my very first stream.
Woo woo. Well, you had 3 for a short period.
Yeah.
It's like when I first showed up, it said 3.
Yeah. But it's like I had 2 viewers for the majority of my stream, which was kind of nice. And right now I think I'm your only viewer.
That's normal, yeah. But okay, I need to find where. I need to find some freaking goblins. That's what I'm looking for here.
Yeah, we'll go have good luck with your goblins. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's like I'm doing epic quests. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, you go have a good night. I will chitter with you tomorrow at least.
Okay. I have achievements.
Yes. Twitch has achievements. Some of them are a pain in the butt, but they're there.
I've started my first stream. I explored my dashboard. I updated my stream title. I updated my category. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 2 followers, so what is thy bidding is 2 out of 10. Oh. streamed for 8 hours in the last 30 days. I might be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Party, party.
You having fun digging around in there at least?
Yeah, I'll have to come back and look at it later, after my computer restarts.
Yeah. But that's
Okay.
I scream at them and they flop over dead.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you have minis.
Yeah. Minnie's in a low-level area, right?
Yeah.
What's more is this is the area that the epic for my level has taken me.
Oh, yay. But yeah, I'm gonna go before my computer just restarts in the middle of that. So I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So don't stay up streaming all night because just think, I'm gonna be there in 12 hours.
I normally do fairly well at being able to get up and function when you poke at me about 11.
Sometimes. This morning wasn't quite so functional. But, no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like this new keyboard that I've got, though. But it was the only one that they had that was the wireless keyboard or mouse off of a single dongle.
Yeah. Like,
So
I'm not sure I entirely enjoy them simply because sometimes they lose their connection and they go, oh, I don't know what kind of signal you're sending.
well, it's not the fact that it's wireless. It's the shape of the keyboard and the mouse. Because if you notice, the mouse is a different shape for the one that I have here now.
Yeah. It's like I was aware of that too. It's like my issue is the fact that they're wireless. Not that their shape is weird. The ones that you have there, their shape's just weird.
Yeah, and they're more expensive than like the other ones that I have. So it's like, dude, you're gonna charge me more money for something that just is funky
That's
and like weird funky.
not a good funny, but just plain up weird.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm gonna kick off of Discord on the computer so I can get everything shut down.
You go for it. Like I
Alright,
said,
we'll talk to you later.
Why do you pay?
Bye.
Alright, and a belated thank you to Soldier Mitro for the follow. I'm sorry it took me that long to give you a vocal thank you. Evan and Fortchill and Agmar. Fuck. We're gonna take the map to the Shire. And yeah. Okay. Oh, we're in Scary. We're in Scary. now I'm thinking about it, I should probably... At some point, I should probably go through and talk to all of
There
our
are
people.
troublemakers loose in the Green Hill country.
Talk to all of the reputation guys for the reputations that I already have at Kinship. But either way, we're gonna real quick finish out what we've got here. Because this is part of the whole thing, is I'm going through and doing the epilogue stuff. Okay, we have one. I really could have just freaking taken a horse from Scary on over. Okay. You just gotta appreciate the Hobbits' interactions. They get to be freaking great. Alright. And here we are in Throgmorton. Stock. What are you doing?
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
Alright. That's dealt with. Yeah, they've kind of updated their maps in here. Woodhall, Tuckborough. You've got nothing. Okay. Do. The festival grounds. All right. What are you doing to these poor curious hobbits?
You'll be in for a fight if you mess with me and my gang.
Weirdos. Okay. Yeah, that's a dwarf. At this point, it might as well just finish going up to Tuckborough and Hobbiton. Oh, hiccup. Oh my god! Okay. Of course, we need to go from Hobbiton to Brockborings.
Hello there.
Brockborings. Ow. do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just dinking around on the laptop while we're waiting to finish up the run. Also, I could have sworn that there was more... that there were more, stable masters in the Shire than this here.
Can you help me make this decision? You are right. I will stay and watch over the people of the Shire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do. Yeah, because I... Well, there is also a question of... I don't know. The Hobbit might say, go.
Yes, well, that ranger can do as he likes. It is nothing to me.
That's kind of a dick move. But then again, I kind of looked at the last name and went, yeah, they're gonna be dicks. Because Sackville Baggins is not kind hobbits. It kind of makes me wonder why he's... I don't know. It's a weird bit.
It eases my mind to be able to protect the hobbits of the Shire. Your next journey should take you to Esther.
Yeah. Turn into Mirkwood. We're gonna take a moment
What do you need?
with Barton. What are you doing, honey? Hi. What's your deal? Huh? What's your deal? Yeah? What's your deal?
A lovely day, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Mm-hmm. That's my honey.
Greetings.
On your list. Because we want to see if we can find this dick. See if we can find that dick. Then we're also going to take a few moments to look for an orc or a goblin in the area. Okay. Alright. Okay. So those guys. Aggro chair! Dick's actually there this time. Fucking yay. Stop it! Holy fuck. Oh my god. Now... Yeah. This one. The fuck is this one? Laying dawned. Okay. What leaders of the fucking invasion? Okay, so apparently these are all instant shit. Okay. Instance. We got launch that.
Glinghunt, the gardens of Inuminas, once a place of great beauty, now overgrown and fallen into ruin. The stagnant waters of the gardens have become corrupted by the fell
that we're
spirits of
looking
Anwar,
for
and
Ningon.
do their bidding.
Okay. What do you need to do? Okay. Alright. Can't just ignore them. Because they do auto... Despite being gray, they do notice and they do yell and shout and automatically start attacking. Not that they fucking can do shit about it. What the heck are you? Oh. Are you kidding me? Ah! Okay, so let's walk on over to the other side. Fuck. Okay, apparently I need to kill everything in this little area here. Alright. I also need to move my chair up a bit. So I feel like I'm sitting too far back to actually be properly supported. There we go. That's the guy that I need. Okay. GG. Okay. This is one of the reasons why I set the instance for its at level rather than par level. Because if I was doing it par level, I would not be surviving here. Oh. There's a lookout. You. Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. Am I actually fucking supposed to be able to live through this? Because it's seeming like they don't expect me to live through this kind of shit. Ah. Okay. Yeah. It's oh. Oh. No, I just had to fucking survive. Okay. Alright. Fuck you, dick. Gonna, I don't care if I actually die when I'm doing the last battle. Just as long as I fucking kill you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We are max health. Okay. Alright. Not sure why these other ghosty guys came up to me on their own. Also, why? Fucking weirdos. Okay. Yeah, no. I need an MP. Did the computer get reset alright? Why am I not? Yes, the tree is breathing. Ugh. Good to know. Why? Frickin' weirdo. The tree's not coming to me. The tree is not coming to me so I can properly beat the shit out of it. Wow! It's a tree. It's like other trees would be able to move. And it finally just pulled me to it. What kind of updating did you do? Okay. Fucking tomes of tracking. I hate the shit. Ah. So the simple things that don't need art stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Not even really things that... Okay. Cool. And yes, I'm doing deed stuff in Evendem.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Even though you're playing an ad at the moment.
Huh?
When I logged in on the computer, it was playing an ad.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Leave the instance. Yes.
I had to laugh.
Huh.
Well, I told my computer to do its restart, to do its updates.
Yeah.
And I poked my head in to look in on the children. And we have one child in the top bunk, one child in the bottom bunk, and one child in the papasan chair. Guess which child is on the papasan chair?
Rowie?
Yes. Got kicked out of her own bed.
Oh, that's a sad day. I mean, unless she willingly gave it to her, handed it over. Which...
I don't think so, given that the other one is sleeping kind of diagonally across the bed and wrapped up in both of the blankets that they had. So I had to go and dig a new blanket out of the closet for...
Oh, boy.
The lords of Umbar, sorcerers trained by Sauron, the great necromancer, seek to bring terror to Numinas by raising the long-dead remains of Valandil, third king of Arnor, as a terrible
Wait.
light. Only
This
the
one's
survivors
familiar.
of the free peoples will be able to put an end to their evil.
Fuck, I remember this one.
I don't know, I've never been in there.
No.
That's way higher than...
Oh, no, it's actually not that higher than you are. This is 40, 45 level area. I'm in Evendem.
Well, I've never been over there for that part of Evendem.
Yeah. Ah! Fucking look away, and all of a sudden I have ones beating on me.
You're getting attacked.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember doing this one, because this is one of the ones that I used as a deed grinder. But there was a troll at the top of on top of a bridge, and it kept throwing me off the bridge and killing me by throwing me off the bridge.
Oh no.
Yeah. Kind of makes me glad that I didn't get to finish it, because apparently I didn't even have the deed necessary for killing these guys.
Oh, that's handy.
It's like, yeah, there's a deed for killing native guys in here, apparently, and I didn't even have the first one done at all. So, not a bad thing. It just kind of looking at it going, fuck, I remember this is gonna be a pain in the ass. It's gonna be a pain in the butt because I need to hope that I can kill the troll up top before he throws me. Okay.
Oh, I kind of like that. That's funny.
Huh.
I'm poking around on the video pretty sure, and
Yeah.
it gives you publish all videos, unpublish all videos, and then danger zone, delete all videos in red.
That's pretty darn great. But at least you're dinking around, poking around, seeing what you can do.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not really tired now. Sleep.
Yeah. But it's like, you can't exactly just start playing again, because otherwise you're gonna miss your other window of sleep. Right?
Yeah. I'll be going, oh look, I will go and do this.
Yeah. It's like, oh, let me go do this, and I'll go do that. You'll forget. Oh yeah, I'm being tired.
I'll just gotta go, I'm not really.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's lit. Okay. Okay.
And did you know that the Twitch mobile lets you just live stream your life randomly?
Yes. That's one of the ways that Ko's managed to keep his daily streams going. Because sometimes the only way that he's been able to do it is by live streaming his mobile. It's an excellent.
It lets you know how much I've been running around and doing this, that, and the other thing. So.
Yeah, not a bad thing. But it's like, yeah.
Like, while I've got the time,
Well,
and things are fairly quiet, and I've got plenty of bandwidth that I'm not going to worry about. Oh no, I'm going to run out of... Kick somebody off doing this. I'm going to...
Yeah. But sometimes the best way of finding stuff is just going through and looking at everything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing.
Yup.
And you know how well my mind works. I
Yep.
can come here and look at this, and it'll at least register on where I need to go to find it again.
Yeah. It's like that's always the best way of doing it.
So, I am going to go ahead and download the Twitch Studio.
Yeah.
Gives me a couple of different options for that.
And
Better for me than the XSplit does.
if nothing else, you could always download OBS, because that's also one that can be pulled up.
Yeah.
But it's like, XSplit is just the one that normally works the best for me. And I don't get the high CPU messages unless I'm playing my console games. For whatever reason, XSplit does not like my capture card.
Okay. Oh, I'm testing my stuff. I'm setting up the Twitch Studio beta.
Ah. Ah.
It may not have enough light.
Okay. This dick interrupted my heal. The fuck, guy. Ah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's kind of freaky.
Huh.
With the Twitch, show your camera as a negative?
Oh god.
It just looks freaky.
So the Twitch Studio is a broadcasting Twitch option?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the default.
Yeah, that's normally the best way of doing it. It's like, interesting that the option is available. That could lead to some fun times. But default is normally best. Okay. The gates to the upper levels open. The gates to the upper levels open. Do. No, it's this one over here. Now I go up and around. Okay. Yeah. And if I remember right, okay. Schreindinger. Okay. Aha! Got it. I also have the frickin'... Ah!
Oh, I can record. Alright, let's...
What are you doing?
What am I doing, or what are your...
I don't understand what the purpose of this is. Am I supposed to just run through this? Alright, nope. Apparently I'm not supposed to just run through it. And freaking half my health is...
Half your health's gone.
Yep, half of my health is gone. Because it's freaking... The eye is going, hey! And this is kind of a pathetic...
That doesn't look like a... Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if you're going to survive that. Don't burn to death. Don't burn to death. Might survive.
It would not have been a fucking big deal if the guy didn't come up and go, I'm gonna stare at you. Stare at you, take all your health, and then once the fear's gone, not give you the rest of the health back. Fucker.
Ew, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they actually have a chatting function where it makes you the whole screen on the Twitch stream one?
Yes. Just chatting, where you don't have to play a game or anything. You can just sit there and talk to your chat.
And play with your settings and see how it works and how everything turns out.
Yep. It's like they actually did a good with that.
And I have one viewer watching me do my stream preview of I'm playing with my settings to make better future streams.
Oh, are you actually live again, or?
Yes, I'm actually live again. I'm not playing anything, but I'm just bopping around and seeing what's going on. I'm playing with the new system to see what it does.
Oh. Cool. I didn't realize that you'd gone live again.
It's only like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a viewer.
Woo-woo.
I'm not sure who my viewer is, but I do have a viewer.
I don't know either.
And it looks like a lot of the problem that I'm running into is just with the computer, so
Alright.
not a lot that I can do about changing that.
Yeah. Because that's that would be trying to update your stuff.
And that's going to be a next year or year after thing. It's not something that I'm going to hassle with doing right now.
God.
Are you going to die again?
I hope not.
They seem to be dropping faster than you are, so that's always helpful.
Yeah. It's like, that's... It's just a little annoying.
Not overly annoying, like when you've got just one thing and it just will not die.
Oh, God.
Or you get it almost dead and it runs away. And you're like, oh, they called friends. And more friends.
Yeah.
And then they threw you down the stairs. How rude of them.
They just keep throwing me around.
I'd have to come and help, but I'd probably die faster than you are.
Yes, this is more than likely true.
I'd get in there and it's like, yeah, I haven't played this character in like 3 years, and you guys are all higher level than I am, and I'm just gonna lay down and die. Like, they don't even have to do much to me, and I'll just lay down and die. Like, they can look at me sideways, and I'll go, and die.
I'm scared. Ugh.
You scared me to death, oh no! I'm just gonna fall over and die now.
Right? I'm just gonna stand here for a bit and let... Try
your
to
health
let...
recover?
Yeah. It does actually
Try
help.
to let your health recover.
Yeah, it's slowly recovering. Slowly.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, yeah, no. Every once in a while, I find this spot in this really low area where it's just all of them all at once coming up and beating on me on my butt.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, when it's all on fire again. That's so helpful for you.
Oh, and I get the fucking eye is looking at me again.
Oh no. Is that why you died the last time?
Yes. Yes, that is why I died the last time.
I don't know you. Not sure how you can get the eye to not look at you, but
I don't know. No!
looks like he's closer to dead than you are, but that's a close thing. Oh, and then there's another one.
Yep. It's okay. The more important one is dead. And the eye has finally stopped fucking looking at me.
Why'd you kill him now? Watching you kill his sidekick isn't as much fun.
Right?
It would die if he's just watching you kill the sidekick.
Oh.
I almost got it, just a little before.
Oh, okay. Apparently, the sidekick was just a dead guy that the initial bad guy was going, yeah, we're gonna desecrate him and bring him back to life. What the fuck?
And then after you brought him back to life, then he's...
Now he's good, done, left. Done.
Yay, you survived.
Woo! But yeah, no. It's like, I remember going in fairly close to at level for that one. And trying to fucking do it. Almost at level. Not possible. I got up to...
So...
Yeah. Alright, Guloth and Balhest is what I've got left for... Instance, that's what I was wanting.
Finish your instance.
Instance finder. Let me hop in onto this one.
The Black Numenorians
Because we
in league
have...
with Amarthiel have come to Ost-Elendil, seeking to establish a
I can
foothold
apparently
in
rebroadcast
Anubius,
your
while the
stream.
Rangers of the North
Yeah.
assail the city of their fathers in a desperate attempt
You can
to
host
pry
my
away
stream, which is pretty much sharing my stream on your channel.
Yeah?
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should... hop in here and add you to my auto-host list. Do.
So that way I can just randomly host you whenever I've got other things going on.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There we go. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what it's showing now.
I don't know.
Apparently it's still showing me.
Yes.
Oh. It would help if I turned it from the chat back to main. This is why we want to play with it, so then we can figure out what are we doing. That lets me know what I'm... Okay.
Okay. You guys...
Always display an entire screen.
Fucking damage to that creature. Okay.
One monitor together. And now I have 2 viewers. I'm just playing around with my settings and figuring out what everything is. And I'm collecting viewers. I'm okay with that.
Okay. How the hell am I supposed to, You guys are protected. How the hell am I supposed to walk past you?
Distraction? A distraction. Are they dancing? Oh. It looks like you stunned him.
Yeah, but they're they have absorption, so I can't fucking kill them because they just sit there.
And they're gonna kill you, and you're not gonna have a chance to do anything with them.
Yeah. Because guess what? They're
You're
fucking
almost dead in there.
Yeah. Their absorption shit does not Their absorption does not have an end. And
It's an... Oh, and you died.
yeah. And there's nothing really in this beginning spot here to take off the absorption.
So that's something you may need a party to go in and do.
Possibly. It might be mostly a thing of pop in, ask for Nana to help. But considering how I got...
Yeah, it's like she got up for a little bit and then she went back to bed. So maybe we'll try and do this on a weekend day when we're not worrying about other stuff or getting the kids up for school in the morning.
Yeah. Because it's like, I actually did really good. It's like, that's the last instance I need to do for this particular deed. So.
Yeah.
It's not bad. They've had that deed for a frickin' while. Okay, so export. Do. Stable Master.
What can I do for
Take
you?
me back. Listen to everything and everyone freaking battled it all out.
Yeah, now you're off and running around. Stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of nice how you managed to get the webcam curled like that.
How to get the what?
You gave yourself a background for your webcam. Because that's not something
I
that
Can I do
did?
for you?
XSplit does.
What background? I don't know. I will have to watch my... I'm actually remembering to save this one so I can go back and watch it later.
The rounded edge and the green border that you put on it.
No, that's just their standard setting. I just changed the colors.
Interesting. Well,
Because when it first goes in and sets up like the webcam, and then you can set up your screens. Because I also have this is their standard one. I'll be right back.
cool.
And when I do the chat, it does the green border all the way around. And that's just their standard set.
Huh.
That's their default settings for all of that. So it's like, I kind of like this one. And it also meshes with the Twitch better than the XSplit does, apparently.
XSplit
And
is...
I'm not noticing as much hick on it as what I was getting with the XSplit.
Alright. Yeah, because it's like XSplit's not made specifically for Twitch, like I'm sure the Twitch Studio one is.
Here, I'll actually share my monitor. And it's like, I like this part up here, where it's got like the little green dots that say, hey, this, you're all good, you're all good, you're all good. Every so often it's like that one drops to yellow, which means, oh, you might get a little bit of a hick here or a little bit of a drop there.
Yeah.
But it's like, I like that. I like this a lot better than the XSplit, where it doesn't give me that like real-time feedback that I can look at and say, oh, that's why
That's why you're having problems.
yeah. And this one right here is the one that I have the most problems with, is the CPU. Because the memory's good, the frames are good, frame drops are good. This one kind of goes up or down a little bit, but I changed that from the standard from 60 down to 50 for the frames per second.
Mm-hmm. And it's like frames per second, you either want at 30 or 60. Those are generally the standards.
Yeah, well, I just dropped it from the 60 down to the 50. I might play with it again later.
Yeah, it's like there's no shame in that.
And then it's got this, where I can come in here and change what we're watching, or change it to my other monitor, or tell it to turn off actually showing where my mouse is. Turn off the capture cursor.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's going, well, what are you actually pointing at?
Like, oh, look at this! We've got a screen inside a screen inside a screen inside a screen inside a screen.
Inception!
Yeah. It's like, yep, let's just down it all we go.
Okay, I could have sworn that there were goblins out here somewhere. Apparently fucking not. I don't remember where the goblins are at.
Where are you?
Evandem still.
Oh, it's been the last time I was in Evandem today with my hunter, but I didn't go very far. I just kind of ran around the camp and looked at things.
Yeah.
Pull up your map.
Yeah, because it's like... I thought that there was goblins around here, but it turns out that's just all Tomb Raiders. But I do...
You see over there where it says Emin on the other side of the lake?
Emon Vale.
Yeah, I think there's goblins up there on those mountains up at the top. Or at least I think that's where I've run into goblins before. Not have your... Yeah, like up along there. I think that's where I've run into goblins before when I've been up there. I've been most of the way around the lake with my hunter, but it's been 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Most of what I remember up here is just the Gardanes. I know that there's a spot down here, too, where there's goblins. So that's kind of where I'm headed next.
Run and go over here, run and go over there.
Yeah, but it's like this particular... freaking Tomb Robber just kind of hanging out, sneaking around.
Yeah, and then they try and attack somebody who's like 3 times their level, and they're like, oh my god, I died.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did. I'm gonna go ahead and kill my stream.
I didn't realize that they gave the horse an animation to walk around on its own. It's great!
The one over, yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love it. That makes it so much better. Apparently it just goes in a circle, but that's so much better than just having it static, standing next to the stable master.
Yeah, instead of just standing there and doing nothing, it's just...
It wanders around, and it's beautiful.
What can I do for you?
Dwelling, please. Sir.
Oh, I actually have a video now.
Woo! I'm gonna go back through and look at it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and look at it. Am I watching you again, or?
Her.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Got it figured out.
Because I'm still have your stream up and I'm watching my old stream. That makes sense.
Yeah. Boy. Fucktard. Fuck off. You stupid fucking bot.
I'm gonna kick out of Discord for a couple minutes while I run through that and see how that's going.
Okay. Okay, if I remember right, there's the goblins. There's a goblin right here. I apparently did not take. Fuck. Okay. Hey there, guy.
Did you need something?
Yeah, I need you to take all my crap. Literally, take all my crap. Thank you. Okay, so next step. Take a ride.
Good day.
Take me back to Tinder, because from Tinder I can go to Estelden. My honey was supposed to be here. He might be working late. Might be running late, rather. Instead of just plug the bitch in so it'll actually charge. Okay.
What do you need?
Now, sir, take me to Estelden, please. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Alright. Alright. Methilias. Anyway, we are going to go talk to this guy, do what he needs me to do.
Halbarad must hear what you have to say.
Halbarad. Dude, why the hell are you trying to sell that in the world?
Back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I went back and played. I'm much quieter on my stream video,
Uh-huh.
so if you want to listen, I'll have to play with my setting. Like turn the microphone up so I can still be quiet. It's like you can still hear me.
Yeah.
As clear. So, and like trying to talk out of the room.
Yeah. It's like I would wait before trying to put your microphone volume up, just in case when you go in and start talking your normal volume. Uh-huh. You're level 28. You're a little tiny babbo. But it's like, yeah, I definitely say go through and find where the volume is for you, increasing your mic volume. Because I'll be
Well,
on.
that's part of it's also I'm being really quiet. And do you know how difficult it is for me to change my microphone volume on my headset?
Probably quite difficult.
No. I just opened up its little app.
Open up its app, ding, bop it up.
Yeah, because let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Here, listen. Do you change in the microphone volume?
Her.
Let's turn that up just a little bit.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And do you want to hear something funny?
Huh.
I can play with how my voice sounds over the microphone.
Oh dear lord.
I have all sorts of different ones that I can just change it to.
That's
And-
great.
And they're all preset on the app for the headset.
Cool.
Your AM radio voice. Oh, let's do that AM radio voice. Broadcaster. Broadcaster 2. Low voice loud. Low voice soft. Or I can turn them off.
Yeah, the broadcaster ones actually hitch the volume up even further.
Yeah. But it's like
We
my app
win
guy
little if the northern
is...
lands are lost to
Oh
you.
look. I have 74% of my battery life yet left. I can change the color that my headset lights up in.
Yeah, the color one is fun.
Yeah. Sorts of fun stuff that I can do with that. I'm not sure if the different presets and everything would show up on like the Twitch stream and everything. It runs through Discord. It actually is set up to tie to Discord because it's a gaming headset.
Really? Cool. And I'm not sure if it'd show up either. It's like, it did come across on Discord. I can say that. It 100%
Yeah, and
came across on Discord.
yeah. I actually have a video now.
Woohoo! There's not a statue here. Ugh. Lame. Okay. So let's go ahead and go through and figure out which way I need to turn. So I just kind of picked a direction and started walking.
But yeah, I actually had 2 different viewers.
Yeah, it's a process. That's about all I can say about it. I don't know why these guys decided that they wanted to live in a cave.
They're scared of the sunlight.
It's what I think. It's what you would think, but who knows? And the game's froze. That's a fire.
So apparently, I had 40% of my viewers from Turkey, 40% of my viewers from the US, and 20% from Austria.
What the heck?
But
Okay.
so 5 views. So 2 from Turkey, 2 from the US, and 1 from Austria.
Interesting.
And then 3 of them were mobile and 2 of them were web.
Huh. Yeah, that's bizarre.
Oh, my hour-long stream that we did earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I had 28 views, 17 from the US, 2 from Germany, 2 from Greece, 1 from Australia, 1 from Belgium, 1 from Canada, 1 from France, 1 from the UK, 1 from Poland, and 1 from Ukraine.
Oh.
15 were web, 7 were Android app, 5 were Apple app, and 1 was other.
Oh boy. That's kind of interesting to know.
Did you not know that Twitch breaks it down like that?
Yeah, but I forgot where.
In your creator dashboard, under Insights, Stream Summary. And you can come down and go view details on the views by source, and it tells you all sorts of difference.
Oh. Yeah, because I found that at one point, but it's like I don't remember where it was.
Yeah.
Kind of glad that I don't actually need to kill anyone in here. I can just run through looking for the statues I need to kill. Okay. Let me do a quick. Okay, so I've walked down that way. Apparently already. Maybe I came across that way. I don't even know at this point. Apparently I've not walked in here.
And apparently the Twitch beta also has a soundtrack that has a music tool that's full of rights cleared playlists and stations for playing music.
Yeah. In theory.
Just want to look at the wording.
I know there's been a few people that have complained that the rights cleared stuff isn't really DMCA free quite yet. They might have fixed that since their first introduction of the DMCA system was pretty well
That was back
thought.
in like November. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I believe that they're getting it better now. But still. Hi, Epic! I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How's your Kerbal Space Program thing?
At least she's no longer Soma Barbecue.
What?
You were Soma Barbecue earlier. The little crispy critter.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, please, no crispy critters. I don't want to be crispy. Danpei's in the voice chat right now. She's playing with her own stream stuff because they finally got fiber at their house. So she's kind of dinking around getting her settings set up. So that she could play and stream sometimes.
Return now to Diavoon in Esterdeen with my command.
Yeah. So she played around with XSplit earlier. It's like did an hour-long stream that didn't get saved because we forgot about the VOD setting. Yeah.
Dinner and sleep is always good.
Yeah, dinner and sleep is good.
I had my dinner like 7 hours ago. I probably should eventually think about sleep.
Yeah. Your issue is the fact that you need to wait for the second wind to die down.
Yeah.
I know part of my problem is my sleeping schedule just got totally fucked up.
Yeah, and you've gone through like 3 different work schedules in the last little bit of time too, and that never helps.
Yeah. Because there for a short while I was doing 6 a.m. to like 2 p.m. for work schedule.
And then you're doing 2 to 10, and then some days you're working 5 to 1, and it's just all over the board.
Yeah. So my sleeping schedule pretty much got thrown all out of whack, because some days I'd sleep from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. or some shit like that. And it's like, yeah. No, I want a normal sleep schedule again. Or at least consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency would be nice. Okay. Where's my red circle? Which
I don't know. I'm not even sure where you are.
I'd seen the red circle. I was looking for the back way, the back door into town, pretty much.
Yeah, I really don't know where you are.
That's okay.
But then again, I was surprised when I found a prancing pony in Bray earlier today.
Yeah, that's always a sign that you're doing good.
Like, this is so not where I wanted to be. I'm on, like, the wrong end of town. Shows you how long it's been since I've been in Bray.
I will do as Halbarad wishes.
And it's not like I really played often enough or long enough to really get where everything was, like I did in EverQuest. I could navigate Freeport and
Bring your
Freeport
message
in my
next to
sleep
Colin.
because I was in there so
Even
often
did.
and played for so long. Now it's just,
Can't do it.
I have 2 children under the age of 10. Do you think I have time to get in and play games for 6, 7, 8? Oh, steak and asparagus. That's nummy.
Just
I haven't had a steak in.
How can I be of service?
steak, yeah. There's also the thing of the asparagus. It's like I want to do asparagus again soon.
Had asparagus and baked fish the other day.
I'm surprised that you didn't get shouted down about the asparagus.
No, the person who would normally shout it down was the one who actually bought the asparagus. So he didn't complain.
The fuck? I thought he was going, oh, I'm allergic.
Just didn't like the way that the previous people cooked it, prepared it.
Uh-huh. It's like, I'm aware of that.
I had a guest for dinner and she was like, it's so tasty. You should tell my daddy how to make this. Part of that is because I am being very quiet because I'm a house full of everyone else is sleeping. And about 4 of them are less than 10 feet from me.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Trying to be quiet so I'm not waking up the whole house. I watched my little video stream from where I was playing with my settings earlier, and
It's more of a... I was just saying that I wanted an asparagus epic, not anything special. Just kind of going, oh, I haven't had it in a while. I'd like to get it at some point.
so the next time that we have asparagus, should we invite you over for dinner?
Please. As long as it's not
Okay.
fish.
It's either going to be chicken, fish, or pork.
Pork. Porky. Alright. I'm looking for freaking pork.
You're still hunting orcs?
Yeah. The way that this quest is it literally sends me to each frickin' every single zone to kill a single orc, goblin, or urukai.
So you're hunting orcs all over Middle Earth?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't even have to do a lot of hunting for the orcs. It's just I have to find a single orc.
How difficult is asparagus to grow?
I don't even know. I wouldn't imagine too hard, but at the same time... Okay. Roll. But at the same time, I don't know if I need to go, oh kill orcs in the Shire yet because the Shire hasn't shown up on my go hunt list.
Yeah, we tried to grow some different things last year, and they were doing great until my daughter weed and feeded the garden.
What?
Yeah, we're thinking that Broey got into the weed and feed and thought because we were putting it on the yard, it would work well on the garden.
Oh God.
Usually roasted in the oven with a little bit of salt and pepper and maybe a little butter.
Yeah. Our asparagus is normally pretty well simple. Like, there's not a lot to it.
Takes 10 to 15 minutes to cook and is tasty.
Yeah. Actually, while I'm here, and since I'm here in Agmar, I will see if I can get around the peaks here. Because I know that there's a horse stable place up here that I haven't gotten.
I'll have to try that the next time we have asparagus, see if the kids like it any better than the roasted asparagus.
The sautés.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I have a couple of cookbooks on my freaking Amazon wish list that I've been wanting to get, but I don't know if asparagus is one of the ones available in any of them at all. Because there gotta be.
I'm pretty sure we have at least one cookbook in the pantry that has recipes for asparagus.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, it's got like 18 different ways on how to prepare lamb.
Not that people would really buy lamb anymore.
Yeah, and a bunch of them will have all these really tasty sauces that you can put on it. They don't necessarily go very well with other things, but they are tasty sauces.
There's a dragon named Colner. One letter off. But yeah. It's like, how expensive is lamb?
We got some ground lamb at about $7 a pound a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. Because it's like, yeah, I wasn't even aware that lamb was a commonly available meat.
Yeah, well, we actually picked it up at the Walmart. Surprisingly enough. But we had a shepherd's pie recipe that called for ground beef and can't have beef, so we're like, well, we could try ground pork. And I'm like, well, how about some lamb? Because it's an Irish recipe, Irish or Scottish, and they ate a lot of mutton and lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lamb can get expensive. One of the family members is allergic to beef, so we cannot have any kind of beef or anything with beef byproducts, including most mass manufactured gelatins, because they're made with beef byproduct.
Yep.
we have to read the labels really carefully, because about 90% of the things that say natural flavors has beef.
Yep. And when you have someone allergic to beef, it makes it kind of a challenge.
We have to get creative with the recipes. I have discovered that the right kind of mushrooms, if you chop them up finely enough. No,
Yeah.
not visiting family. They live in the house.
Yeah, they live in the house.
But if you get the right kind of mushrooms and chop them finely and mix them with ground pork, it almost tastes like beef. We do that for tacos.
Nice. That's pretty great. It's like, granted, I'm not a fan of mushrooms normally, but it's good to know that that's a cheat. Cheat about it.
Yeah, we're related.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
So I'd hope we know her pretty well. I've known her whole life.
Yeah, Damp Hay is my dad's sister. So she's literally been around my entire life.
Well, not necessarily around, but I've known you, and we've been in and out.
Kept in close enough contact that I'm not going, I don't have a clue who this woman is.
Yeah.
Getting caught in trees.
But I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Yep, go lay down. Take a sleep.
It's
1:30 in the morning.
It's only 1:30.
Yeah? I'm probably either gonna go until, either 2 or 3. Somewhere between the two.
Have a good night, Epic.
Have a good night, Epic. Thanks for hanging around. At least for a little bit. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just reminding Soma that she can't stay up all night streaming because I'm taking her to the big town tomorrow.
Yep.
And if you stay up all night streaming, you're not going to want to get up and get in the car.
Yeah. So, granted, I haven't been streaming most of the week either, so I should probably say this is just...
It depends on what you consider a proper city.
Yeah. It's like, how big is the proper city?
What can I do for you?
It's not proper city like Chicago proper city, but it's 50,000 people, give or take, now? Somewhere along there?
A little over, I believe.
Well, they haven't published the census results yet, so...
They took the census last year.
But then coronavirus, and everybody's working from home or not working, so...
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, we actually live in a town of about...
No. Yeah, they're...
1,000?
Yeah, because, like...
Maybe?
Last census... I know that the signs for the town still say 2,000. And I don't know when the signs went up. I just know that they haven't been...
Probably after the 2010 census, and there's been a lot of movement since then.
Yeah. So it's like, I'd say, yeah, 1,000 sounds about right.
Yeah, because if we were still around 2,000, we'd still have 2 grocery stores instead of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been there.
We are there.
There's 24-hour stuff in Coeur d'Alene.
In Coeur d'Alene, yeah. But not in Arkham.
That's within 45 minutes. Well, it depends on who's driving.
Yeah, it depends on how you drive.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
The person behind me is getting snuffly.
Oh boy.
What can I do for you?
But yeah, have a good night. I will see you tomorrow at least.
Alright, we'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, Epic. Stay safe out there. Good dreams, you know, all that fun junk. Hi, Sharon. Hi. And here he is.
I wondered if this day would come. I will go with the Grey Company, but there is something I must first do.
The Ranger Colin Blood has long stood watch over the ancient city of Anuminas in Evendell. If he is to join the Grey Company on its southern road, he will need to leave that city behind.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna destroy all these guys. Yeah, which way were we going? Going up this way? Hi, Krypton! I was just wondering where you were at, honey. I'm sorry work sucked. Not fun when work sucks. Okay. Hi, Sawgrass. How are you guys doing? Don't fucking run from me, dick! There is no escape. It's not a bad thing to run out of spoons. There is no shame in running out. Oh, why did you have to take the coworker home, honey? Well, at the same time, kind of understand. Also, Saginaw. It's 1:30 in the morning. I say you're good. Whether that's accurate for your time or not. Ah. That makes sense. Does that mean that you were supposed to get off earlier than you did? Because it's like, yeah, you're off at 1:30 and I'm used to you not getting home until about 2 in the morning. But extra cleaning you were told to do. Alright. It is still a thing of it. It doesn't seem like you were too late, at least. But this is, again, me just going off of the expectation that you don't get off until 2 o'clock. I'm getting admittedly very tired. It's like, tired, I slept most of the day, but depression. Fuckery. It's all good. I get a feeling that some of that I just did fucking nothing to them because they were AoEs close to me. I'm sure it is, love. Yeah. What are you doing, Sharon? Huh? What are you doing? Weirdo. What are you doing? Haha. Yeah. And it's like, I would not be a very good player as of right now. I would be killing people with sound. I know. There's no shame in hating some certain kinds of music. Cat, get down. Come here. Quit looking at me like I'm insane and just get down. Ah. I don't really understand what's going on here. Yeah. So what are you doing, love? Playing the game or just kind of relaxing? Hi. What are you doing? Hmm? Huh? Come here. Yeah. Ah! Alright. I tried. I tried and I failed. My poor kitties don't love me. Yeah. Yeah, no. He went... Basically said nope. It sounds oddly adorable, Crypt.
That is the way of it then.
I'm just gonna use that.
Travel now north to Fog Hill.
Because that's where I needed to go anyway. But yeah, that was my pussycat. That was Sharon, who's now in the kitchen destroying more of the freaking paper towels that they pulled off of the countertop. You know, absolutely destroyed. Where the heck did you put me? Ah! What the fuck? Ah! It sent me flying.
Some mysterious foe is endangering the prey of the Lossoth hunters. I've tracked the Screaming Shadow to its lair. We must finish it.
Screaming Shadow, giant bear.
Lothrondir has knowledge of the southern lands through which the Grey Company must pass. But he will only take that road once he is certain the Lossoth of Forachel are free of danger.
Do. Okay, where are we going? Where the heck is this? Where the heck are you taking me? Oh my god. No. Worms! They're ice worms. Whippy their tails about. Kind of interesting how they can manage to do that. Now with tusks. Hurry up, guy. Interesting ice. Bear? Bear! The ice did not conceal it very well. The ice is kind of blinding if you really think about it. Ah! What? Cool. Oh, I can't ignore them. Danny! Ah. Just gonna follow the path around. Oh, hey, look, there's another bear. There's another bear. And there's another fissure. Another giant bear. Also, why are we looking for a screaming shadow? Am I supposed to go down? Down into the fish. Oh, God. Oh! Hi, honey. You scared me. Oh, fuck.
Peekaboo.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm watching your stream on my PlayStation while I'm talking to you on my phone.
Oh. That's an interesting way of having it set up.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah. It works, though.
Somewhat.
Only somewhat?
Just a wee bit.
I think you found issues with it.
No, not issues.
Oh. Okay. Fucking don't knock me out, bitch. So, if you got out late, how late was late?
Well, let me look at the clock out time I have. I clocked out at 55 after 12. So 12:55, more or less.
Yeah. Purple. Yeah, it just seemed...
And then it took me a few extra minutes to clean some stuff, and then I had to take my coworker home, and then it took me a few extra minutes to get home.
Oh. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. But it's like, yeah. When you said you closed tonight, I wasn't expecting you to get back around until after 2. So it's like, you say you're late, but it's like you're early for what I was expecting. It's all good. It's beautiful either way.
Yeah. If you say so.
Yes, I do.
Did I really scare you when I
Yeah.
joined your thing?
Yes, you did. Because all of a sudden I just heard a breath and it's like, oh my god. Oh. I found an invisible...
Looks like an invisible wall.
Yeah. Rude. Hi there. What is your issue? Lady in the darkness?
Would you like to talk about it? No? Okay.
I found a woman, can't you tell? A lady who seems to recognize
you
me.
again.
Why? I don't remember anything about you. No, I don't remember anything. Please, refresh my fucking memory.
Lexi pulls out a knife and just seppuku.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, now I remember you, but now you can't talk.
I still remember nothing about this woman. She's blaming me for all of her problems. It's like, I remember nothing?
Damn. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Too many times there are people that come up and blame me and then start smacking on me, and it's like, what? Okay. We solved the mystery of the screaming shadow in the weird, creepy cavern.
The Lossoth will now be able to bring in their prey without interference. I thank you. We must travel then to Ohio.
Okay.
Well, for the love of Pete, my fucking PS4 just decided to kick me out of Twitch.
What the hell?
It's fine. I really don't care.
You don't care?
Right now, I'm planning on buying some games here soon. There's a new game out called Outriders.
Oh.
It's kind of Halo, Destiny, and Mass Effect all rolled into one without the aliens. Well, you're fighting monsters, but it's more or less like, you know, you got more like sci-fi weapons and shit like that.
Oh my god.
Kind of looking forward to it. But I'm looking for more for the reason because it's a player versus enemy game and not a player versus player game. So, you know.
Do you prefer the PvPs rather than the PvEs?
No, it's the other way around.
Oh. Prefer to go beat up just random enemies. That's okay.
Say that again?
You prefer to just go beat up random enemies rather than people.
Pretty much.
Yeah, people kind of suck when it's a PvP game. Yeah.
What do you need?
Oh my god.
Arr.
Just people be stupid.
What kind of great thing have you come across now? Ow. Roll the ankle makes the ankle go ow, ow, ow. But that's okay. Don't give a fuck. don't love it when you take a breath and your back just goes pop. All the way up. And it's like, it's not a true pop, but it's enough to make you go, ow.
Oh my god.
Giggling at me, people.
Some of the things are bad. They're bad.
What are you looking at?
I'll send it to you.
Please do. Let me giggle with you.
God damn. Okay. Just send them all to you.
The freaking horses take forever in this place.
Are you well today?
Kapakuta. Oh, there's buns. That's what they are. Yes, well, I'm waiting for the horse to frickin' ride. I'm over here dinking around on Twitter. You too. You too. Oh, bones. Fish bones. I forget fish have bones too. Those are some freaky bones. It's a pinecone fish. Oh god.
I sent you text message. We're all pretty bad. Just saying.
Kitty is fabulous. third one. Love that one. I appreciate those. Those are great. The favorite one is still the third one down. But oh my god.
My favorite one is Jaws be like, we need 2 weeks notice. Yeah, you're gonna notice when I'm not there.
Yeah, you don't need 2 weeks. What are you talking about? You'll notice when I'm gone, I'm sure.
This is bad.
Alright.
My friend just sent me this one. The one I just sent you. This is so bad.
Bunnies. My Twitter seems to be getting covered in bunnies today. Bunnies and foxes. But then again, I have foxes. I have a fox Twitter thing. What do you get? What do you get? Oh my god! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Beautiful! What? No! Your phone is a dick. Such a dick. How dare it kick you out? I'm upset at it now. Ah. I'm not supposed to freaking... Okay. Yeah! I definitely think. It's fucking rude. Like, how dare it? There's a goblin. Haha. Defeat a goblin in the Shire and in Elfland. Fuck! Ah! Are you gonna be able to hop back in, or is it just being a button saying no? Consistently. It's probably being a butt and just telling you no consistently. Blah. Will it let you in the other ones?
You've come just in time.
Okay, honey. Granted, I will admit that I'm kind of going, I'm tired. I don't think I'm gonna go for much longer at all. I can guarantee you that I'm not gonna even worry about... I don't fucking want to do a skirmish. Not right now, at least. Where am I at? I still have a bunch of crap to do for Dunland. But okay, honey. I'll poke at you when I'm completely done. Volume 3. Gathering of the Great Company. So I'm almost done there. Lelang. That one I can't do shit for. Reputation. Friend and kindred. Okay. Traits. Oh, there is a point available. Where can I put it there? For now. We have been streaming for almost 4 hours. Okay. So that one's about done. Okay. Rank 32. Yeah, I definitely need to go. I need to go through and actually look at these. Because if I open up the character, the physical mastery is just increasing the damages. Tactical is a damage and a heal boost. Fate is regen. Well, regen and critical rating. Will, I don't really need will because that's just increasing. Well, I mean, I guess it would work because it does supposedly increase the masteries. Vitality is the health. Agility is the crit rating. Okay. Yeah. Let me grab my thing. I don't need that either. Okay. So, pardon me while Okay, so number one I always prefer to have is vitality. Because I am a solo player, I need to be able to take the hits in order to survive. That is not... so... Vitality... Fate... Will... Agility... and then might. That is how those will go. So... Tacticals. Is the healing and damage. Physical is only damage. And then of course crit rating, which we always want to be able to do. So then, currently what I have is confidence, which isn't a big, doesn't help all that much. Determination I still want to keep, because that's masteries and agility. So, determination I'll keep. Honor. Honor's iffy. It looks like when I did this, I went solely for critical ratings. Which, yes, helpful, but not the best. We're gonna keep fortitude because that's mostly increasing the max morale. Okay. So, charity is a no. Compassion is... ooh, tempting. Let's go and write down compassion because that is one of the tempting ones. Discipline. Incoming healing rating is tempting, but not enough for me to actually want it. That one's also a big no. Honesty is tempting. So is idealism. Because that is a max moral up. Along with the fate increase. Mitigations, I don't give a shit about. Justice could be pretty good. It's like, it's kind of shit right now simply because it's such a low level. Okay, so mercy is one of the ones with fate. Yeah, patience. That is one that has a whole bunch that I need. Mitigation, I don't care about. Okay, that one has a whole bunch of masteries. Okay. So then. There we go. Okay. So, I know that we went... We want... Determination. And fortitude still. So... Compassion is mitigation, not masteries. And honesty is masteries and will. So. Idealism. That one is the definite want. Justice. Loyalty. That one is... maybe. Okay, which one is going to be better for me? Moral power crit. Moral vitality healing rating. Yeah. So. We're gonna set that to be the earning. Because I kind of need the max. I need the power increase there. Because I have a few others that are increasing the max morale. And that one there is an increase to the healing rating anyway. So, hopefully, this is a better setup. But definitely need to get patience and justice leveled up. But with that finally being set up, dealt with, yeah, 5,000. What do we have? What did I have before? Like 3,000? So it's like, yeah, it makes a difference. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits here because I'm admittedly starting to lag. We've gone for almost 4 hours. We will go ahead and stream for a while longer tomorrow after I get back. See, we'll stream tomorrow. Planning on streaming most of the day Thursday, provided I don't get sucked into my reading, because that's what's been happening the past week. Is I'll get set up and ready to stream, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna finish this chapter, and then I finish the chapter and I forget I'm set up and ready to stream. So I'll go through and I'll finish the whole entire fanfiction and I'll move on to the next one. And I'll forget I wanted to stream. So hopefully I'm done getting sucked into the books and the reading. I hope. Not likely, but I hope. I need to get back into the schedule. I need to figure out what the fuck my new schedule's gonna be. I don't even know right now. But with that being said, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for watching. We are almost at the 4-hour mark exactly. So until next time, guys, stay safe. Don't die. Most of all, have fun. Bye bye.